Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of From the Rough, America's most favorite ever golf podcast. I'm IndyCarTim. That over there is PGA of America member, Mr. Johnny Gerber, live from, for maybe one of the last times, Overland Park, Kansas, as he's coming back our way.
I'm glad you made the announcement when no one knows. Thank you for just bringing it all out.
Well, I was just saying you were coming to visit.
Yeah, well, you know better than that. But Overland Park, beautiful, beautiful week we've had here. It hasn't got over 85 degrees in the last week. It's been perfect. Weather's been perfect. Going to be hard to certainly going to be hard to leave. But we got more hard weather coming, hot weather coming. But yeah, certainly there next week. There for 4 or 5 days over in the Fort Worth area. Fort Worth. How do you say Fort Worth?
Fort Worth.
Do you like Fort Worth better than Dallas?
I do. Well,
yeah, I've heard that by a million people.
Like downtown. Like I like downtown Fort Worth way better than downtown Dallas. And 20 years ago, that wasn't the case.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed how different. You know, I mean, it's 60 miles apart, right? And most
30.
people think, oh, well,
30 miles apart.
It's farther than that.
It's 30 miles apart. I promise you.
No.
I've lived here my whole life. It is 30 miles apart.
No, you haven't lived there in your whole life. Anyways, whatever it is.
It's 30 miles apart.
Even making my point even better is like how different the people are and how different everything pretty much is when it comes to that. It's crazy how different it is. And in a good way, like in a good way that how that Fort Worth is. So if you want real Texas people, you'd rather go to Fort Worth than you'd rather go to Dallas. Dallas is LA. Dallas is these days California. You know, you see those T-shirts all the time. Don't California my Texas, right? Is that how it works? I see those all the time. And
rightfully so too, by the way.
We haven't quite made the announcement yet, but we will in the next couple of weeks about the move, and it's a good thing. And we'll talk about probably a little later on in a couple of shows. But this next Wednesday certainly not a show. We won't be premiering the 3M championship, but we will be sending out our picks for the 3M. And then the following week, we will have a week off because of the Olympics. And then I'll be in that transition of moving to Fort Worth.
Because we're not going to be talking Olympics at all.
We won't be talking
Zero
Olympics.
desire.
None.
Do they do matchups for Olympics? They do, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Hey, I want to show you something real quick. Fort Worth to Dallas. 32 miles.
Well, okay. Well,
booyah. Downtown to downtown.
Well, that's not the same. It's.
What are you talking about?
But it's not 30 miles. It's 32 miles. So you're wrong too.
Okay. Well, it's not 60 either.
No.
Look, I'm right so few times. I gotta throw it out there when I'm right.
I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. That's a very valid point. You're right very few times. So I'll give this one to you.
Just let me be right.
Okay.
This never happens to me. It is a big Monday here on From the Rough, as it means it is recap Monday. Johnny just told you we will not have a show on Wednesday, on Hump Day, because of other things happening. So you go preview the 3M. I might do my own little mini preview on Wednesday.
We'll have picks.
Yeah, well, I'll go over Johnny's picks, and I'll go over my picks, and I may talk a little bit about, the field and what's happening. It won't be an hour-long show, but I could probably do 20 minutes.
Yeah,
by myself here from the studio. I'll be here anyway. So look for the shit show that is the solo Tim from the Rough mini episode.
Last one certainly was the Gravedigger.
Gosh, and I went the full hour too.
You did. That was
after
good.
Your battery died on your laptop.
You never go an hour in anything in life.
No. Golly, I don't even know what that would be like.
Let alone a golf show.
Wait, does anybody? Go an hour?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
No, nobody goes an hour. Women don't like that.
I take an hour shower.
Oh,
is it arrogant if I crack Is it arrogant if I crack myself up in the shower?
Depends on what you mean when you look down.
No, just in general. One of my buddies said that one day to me. Meat Meat watches the show. Meat, what's up? He's
What's
like,
up, Meat?
He's like, is it arrogant if I crack myself up in the shower? Because he's a funny dude. And I said, no, it just means you're funny. Arrogance has nothing to do with it, I don't think.
I crack myself up no matter where I am, even if I'm by myself. Well, I'm a fun guy. I'm like a mushroom.
You have moments, right? You have moments for sure.
I do have some moments. That is a fact.
How's your new roommate?
She's not there yet.
Oh.
Got the room all cleaned out yesterday as we pulled back.
Oh, you did? Okay.
On Tim's private life.
I mean, you threw my shit on the street, man. I give it back out.
Haven't made that announcement yet either.
Thank you.
For all you
breaking news here. Breaking news.
For all you ladies out there, it is strictly platonic. It is a roommate situation.
It is.
She's not even going to be there full time. She just needs a place to stay a couple nights a week while she.
I didn't say if it was a guy or girl. You said that.
I know.
And I was getting to the point. You're such a nice guy to do that.
Well, she asked, and I said, "Well, I got a room now because I got a kid that moved in with his mom to go to school somewhere else." So there we go. I'm a nice guy.
I haven't given your phone number out yet.
You gave yours out once. Do you have to change it?
No. Yes, kind of. But Colby just said, "Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that."
That's not smart. Not giving your address out on the air.
Well,
we have millions of people that see this throughout the week.
True, but it hasn't really came back to haunt me. Well, it maybe has. I get random phone calls and shit all the time, but that's
probably from that.
Yeah, probably.
Well, let's get to something that has some golf significance, if in fact there is anything, because Johnny, the major championship dam has broken for Xander Schauffele, and there might be no stopping him. It took him 28 starts to finally capture his first major, and it took just 2 more to get his second. He's turning what was already a pretty decent major season into possibly a historic one. He came out on Sunday and had shot a 65. And I don't care who you are. You shoot a 65 on Sunday when you're already in contention, and you're probably going to win, or at least put yourself up there for a good chance to win. And he had some guys that were right. This has kind of been the MO of majors this year, where you've got a little group up front, entering Sunday, and things are a little tight maybe on the first 9. And then it seems like you've got one guy that just pulls away on the second 9. We were kind of sweating it because our favorite golfer, Billy Horschel, was up there. By the way, Horschel finished birdie to finish at 7 under. So strong finish, but it was once the whole thing was pretty much out of reach, right? So the pressure was gone.
Yeah, good for Billy Horschel. Really great way to take it, Billy Horschel, right? I mean, you birdie the last 3 holes is a backdoor. That's called a backdoor cover in sports when you gamble on sports. But boy, what you said it right. And this is the second time Xander Schauffele has done this. He shot 65 in the last round of the PGA to win that. And that was great for you to see that, it happened with Phil, right? It took him so long to win his first major, and it happens a lot with these guys, and not definitively a major, but maybe their first win is once they have that first win, it just flows. And the MO with Xander Schauffele before he won the PGA was he couldn't close in a major. If you look at the PGA, if you look at or a big golf, you look at the Players Championship that happened, he couldn't close. He shoots 70. So for him to shoot 65 to win the PGA Championship and go win it, as opposed to kind of shooting 70, 72, 69, what he normally has done in these types of situations, you see it again. He went and took this golf tournament. He went and took it. And, in the past when he would win, it was kind of given to him, right? It just wasn't one of those things. He went and took it. And I think if he doesn't win that PGA Championship, there's no way he does what he does in the British Open. I really certainly don't think that. And it's just a mentality. He has great intestinal fortitude, and when it comes to that, he's very stoic. And for golf, that's great. We don't like it as media people because we want to see a little bit more personality. We don't need a million Patrick Cantleys. We don't need a million Xander Schauffele's. But
Davis Thompsons.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a mention Davis Thompson or Mrs. Davis Thompson every show going from here on in. So, do you want to show that picture that you did? Because that was one of the funniest things.
You know what? I deleted it because if I didn't, I would literally show it every show. And I thought,
well, you could show it on this show because I thought that's not it. That's not it. You can show it on this show. Find it because I that gave me that. And you said she said yes, she's getting a divorce. So she did say, please show it because
we're gonna have a double wedding. Me and her. And you and what's his face's wife. We're just going to do the double wedding.
Okay, you can show the picture because that was really good. But anyway,
I'll have to load it. I don't have it.
Yeah, do it on break. Do it at break because that's funny. But it really was funny. But anyways, yeah, just you're right. It's so great that you said it. Just kind of opens the floodgates for these guys. And boy, you look at his momentum. Obviously, he's not playing 3M, but the momentum maybe going into the Olympics is going to be great for him after he won already 4 years ago, the gold medal 4 years ago. And then now you look kind of at the other end of the spectrum. I mean, do you want Wyndham Clark on your Olympic team represent U.S. that shoots 80, 79?
Dude,
I mean,
he's got something going on, doesn't he?
He's got more issues than Sports Illustrated at this point. So he's struggling. It's something really, I don't know what's going on with him, but that's your representative. And if you were on that team, let's go backwards. If you were picking the Olympic team, take the live guys, add the live guys there, right? Just humor me. Who would be on that team
for the U.S.?
Yeah, you got 4.
Well, Scheffler, Schauffele.
Yep.
I mean, and then I'd have to look at who. I mean, I wouldn't put. Well, you're going to put Jordan Spieth on it.
No
No
chance. No, Jordan Spieth.
I mean, I hope not. I hope not. Because I'm not going to.
No way.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go. Like, those are the 2 obvious ones, but other than that, I'd have to go look.
You take off Moore-Coward, and you take off Wyndham Clark, and you put on Koepka and DeChambeau. No doubt about it.
Oh, that you said leave out the live golf guys.
No, I said no. You add the live golf guys.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes,
yeah,
I would go this.
No, you add the live golf guys,
okay.
Right?
All right.
I mean, that representation. I mean, Moore-Coward's kind of a 50-50, but I just don't. I mean, I don't see him. But certainly Wyndham Clark with his form, it's helped him to get on that team. But I mean,
shouldn't be.
DeChambeau. I mean, like him or don't like him, personality-wise, would he just not be perfect for the Olympics representing the United States? I mean, he's rah-rah Ryder Cup. I mean, he's going to be on the Ryder Cup. Listen, the Ryder Cup is going to change. I don't want to get too much talk or President's Cup yet. But in a year from now or a little over a year from now, these guys are going to be playing on the Ryder Cup. They are.
Yeah.
They certainly are. So, yeah, I mean, I would certainly DeChambeau to be on that Olympic team and take off Wyndham Clark. And, you can make an argument with Collin Morikawa if you want, but I certainly I'd rather have Brooks Koepka on that team than Collin Morikawa. And I don't know
from a watchability standpoint, I would rather have those 2 guys on there. I mean, just entertainment.
He was a little disappointment too in terms of the British Open. He, like a lot of those guys, got caught in that bad weather. Brooks Koepka, I say that because we had him on our card, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on, is that I expected a lot more. I thought it was a very perfect situation for him in terms of how good of a grinder he is and kind of how stoic he is and how he thrives on something like this. So that kind of tells me a little bit how he might not quite be healthy. So maybe looking at that, they got one more event on the Live Tour. And then after that, I think after the first year, there's going to be some sort of merger. So you're going to see a lot more of Koepka.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think they have to. I really think they have to. And we'll talk about that on a different time when we have a little bit of downtime. They're getting close to a merger. And I think it's probably about the right time that they actually do, because the ratings for the PGA Tour are not very good at all comparative to where it should be, losing sponsorships. And we've been talking about this a lot. They can put up smoking mirrors all they want, but look at some of the new sponsors, and you'll see this. Listen, you'll see this going into the fall of how many new sponsors there are in some of the fall events. That some of the big sponsors that's been around for 15, 20 years have left these events. So you'll see that some of the new sponsors, like there's sponsorship titles and sponsorship events that I've never even heard of that are new, because they have to try to fill the schedule, and they're giving these guys a break. So like I said, I think it's imminent how it's going to work, how it's going to happen. I don't know how yet. I thought John Rahm made a pretty decent performance. I don't want to talk a lot about John Rahm because I could care shit all less about John Rahm, just about how clueless he is in terms of the merger and all that
It's
stuff.
amazing, isn't it? How little he knows about all of it.
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Some of the things, I mean, I don't know if I really like Terrell Hatton or not, but some of the stuff that he does certainly brings the polar opposite of what, I mean, it brings what you kind of want. I mean, did you see at the British Open on the second or third day, he hit a shot on the 12th hole, and it was so bad that he picked his bag up from his caddy and carried it himself for 2 holes. He's like, I don't deserve to have a caddy. I hit it. I hit it. That's the characters you like, right? I mean, I don't like some of the antics that he does, the throwing clubs and bullshit like that. I don't like that. But some of that little stuff like that, you either love or hate. I thought that was great. I mean, listen, I really is great. I really
like guys like that, and Max Homa's a little self-deprecating like that sometimes too. That's one of the reasons I like him. He didn't have a great performance, but
he'd have played well if he'd have got that. I mean, sometimes he's got to take that stick up off his ass, inside his ass. He walks like he's got that. I mean, that kind of, he's like in a bouncing house. Like a bounce house.
He's from California, right?
He's from Spain.
What?
No,
Max Homa?
No, I'm kidding. I'm surprised you didn't say he's from Canada or something.
Good day, mate.
But some of the disappointing guys. I mean, listen, Koepka. I thought Corey Connors playing well. I mean, Corey Connors playing well the first 2 rounds. We had him on my card. I'm not saying these things because we had him on our card. I thought it was a great place. They got kind of caught in that real bad last 9 holes, but a lot of those guys did. Did. And it kind of set the mold like we talked about. You're going to hear a kind of a Cinderella story that you hear, and that was the Dan Brown. And I thought, and then you got Tristan Lawrence was up there in the lead for a long time. I thought it'd be the other South African that we had on our card, the Dean Beermeister, but he did cash a ticket for us, which is great. So you're going to see some of these guys, especially in that spot every year in the British Open, that the general consumer of golf doesn't maybe not know, but they're certainly world-class players. And you saw the storylines were great. I was just tired after, we covered it so hard for 5 or 6 days, right? You and I and what we're doing in the media space. And I was really exhausted after like Friday, Saturday, getting up so early. We're texting each other at 2:30 in the morning. Hey, you want to do some stuff? And I was exhausted. I was just, my body clock was messed up. I was drinking, just
rough on the body,
socially drinking at Nancy Earmuffs too early. Let's just say that.
Social. Look, if it's at 2:30 in the morning, I don't know that it's called social drinking at that point.
I was asking someone to leave the house as
we're
I was
all drunk
coming in the house. So it was one of those. Yeah. I said, hey, listen, I got to work.
Struggling.
So that was my, and me, I normally don't invite people to the house. I don't really like people knowing where I live because they never leave when they come here. So
I tried to not leave.
Yeah, I know.
You made me.
I know.
I'm your plane ticket. So this marks now with all 4 majors in the books, an American sweep for the first time since 1982. Americans swept all 4 majors. Schauffele not only possesses the Wanamaker and the Claret, but he enters the 2024 Paris Olympics as the reigning gold medalist from the 2020 Tokyo Games, while holding the longest made cut streak of 52 since Tiger Woods' 142 in a row. He joins Woods, who did this 4 times, Koepka, Spieth, Rory, Patrick Harrington, as now having won multiple majors in the same season since 2000. So a little bit rarefied air for him, for anybody, but coming into the season, there's no way we would have predicted this for him, because you and I have talked about him for the last few years, how he just seems to choke, whether it's the and I don't really mean the word choke, but he just he fades. He fades late, right? When he's got an opportunity, he sort of fades, whether it's not having the mental fortitude or he gets tired or whatever it is. That was his record. He just seemed to fade. That was his MO. and he finally broke that this year.
And it's like it's like somebody like you that when you break that 15-minute mile, you can do it. Like most people, it's like 6-minute or 5-minute mile, but it's 15-minute mile for you.
There ain't no way I could do a mile in 15 minutes.
25 minutes. My bad.
Closer.
It just goes to show. Yeah. Listen, he had the MO that he couldn't close. Like he just couldn't close. And again, as we just talked about, he broke that mold. And I really certainly think that the Players Championship was that kind of catapult of when 70 doesn't get it done. I think he shot 70 in the last round. He got beat. Now you got to stay aggressive. Don't let it come, because all of his wins, like it felt like almost it was given to him, right? Now I think he learned a lot from that Players Championship. He said, "Hey man, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get it," and and he did. I can't remember the last time. I think it was the last time it's been done, the last round, and it hasn't been done consecutive majors. I don't think it's ever been done consecutive majors. I think the last time someone is closed on the last round to shoot 65 or lower was Nicholas in maybe like 84. But it was 84. It was like 70. It was a big span apart. It wasn't like back to back like Xander did, and he shot 65 to close to win and 65 to close to win. And I don't think it's ever been done back to back majors.
So Schauffele's season here as we approach our break here, our first break of the show, he's kind of putting together an all-time performance for major championships here in 2024. He's finished inside the top 10 in all 4 majors while collecting 2 of the trophies. He joins an exclusive club that includes only Tiger Woods, who did it 2 times, Tom Watson did it 2 times, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Gary Player, and Jordan Spieth are the only players who have ever finished in the top 10 in all 4 while also collecting 2 trophies in the same year. So again, more rarefied company for him. But man, you know what? And kudos to him. I thought it was really cool at the finish when he walked off the green and so his dad wasn't there for him at the PGA.
Right.
He was here. His two brothers were there. His mom was there. And man, they all look alike. It was so funny. I could point out his family in a crowd, right? But man, his dad got super emotional. And it was just really fun to see stuff like that, and I thought it was really cool of him to say, they asked him what he was going to drink out of it. He said, "You know what? My dad's here. I'm going to let him pick. My dad gets to pick what we drink out of it."
Yeah. And he's been certainly instrumental in his success. He didn't have a coach for a long time. I think his dad was actually an Olympic, athlete in the German Olympics of some sport. So I think I could be wrong. I'm actually pretty sure I'm right. But he doesn't look like it, but I think he's German, or I don't think he's Austrian, but he's German of some sort of descent. But he's trained him well. He didn't have a swing coach for a long time. But I think you're right. I mean, now you're going to have the debate, right? Even though Scotty's won 6 times, do you take player of the year that's won 2 majors? Or do you have a Scotty Scheffler that's won 1 major and 6 times? Right. So I think there's going to be some sort of debate. I think it will maybe come down to the FedEx Cup playoffs who will get that bid, but it's certainly over the last few years, it's been as close of the debatable scenario that it's been for a long time when it comes to that. I mean, how do you rank the majors? If it's for me, Scotty won player of the year last year. So do you give it back to back? I mean, I don't know. It's going to be fun to see coming down the stretch, but to go to talk about Scotty a little bit. I don't think he played poorly. I don't think he made the putts. And again, I certainly just believe, I mean, Billy Horschel to shoot 7 under, that's fool's gold, right? He had nothing to, it's just like,
nothing to play for.
It's just like getting, you're getting blown out in a basketball game and the coach lets you in, you hit a 3-pointer and your name's in the paper and you think you did something. Like it doesn't work that way. It's not. So
I was impressed by his Sunday for sure. And
you were impressed by how twitchy he is? I mean, is he on Ritalin?
I don't hate him as much as you do. Like, he's not my favorite golfer, and I don't think he speaks well. He doesn't represent himself in interviews very well. But I sort of like Billy Horschel.
Billy, who likes Billy? I'll tell you who likes Billy.
Poor people.
Billy.
Well, we know that. He still thinks he's God's gift to the game, and we know
no one listens to when he speaks. He thinks he's got the pulse. He doesn't. Stop. He doesn't.
He is no Patrick Cantlay. He's not nearly on the same level as Patrick Cantlay.
As in terms of what?
Who may be the most miserable person in the game of golf right now, aside from Greg Norman?
Davis Thompson?
And Phil Mickelson. No, Davis Thompson's not miserable. He's just not very likable.
Oh, really you don't know him to like him. Who knows? I mean, how can you tell? He doesn't say 3 words.
I've stalked his social media.
Okay. Well,
he's not very good.
We'll see that. We'll see your wedding pictures at the break at the next with his wife.
That one. Is that the one you want to see? Gonna be such a happy couple. You know who might have something to say about that? Her.
Did she get fired?
No, she didn't get fired. Why would she get fired?
I heard these rumors that she got fired.
Oh, you want to know something about Amanda? You just text me and I will confirm or deny for sure.
So you guys have a love triangle. Is that what it is? Love triangle.
There's no triangle. It is just me and her. There is no one else involved.
Is she not jealous that she got a picture taken with your new girlfriend?
She is not threatened by Holly at all. She is perfectly fine with the innocent flirting because she knows at the end of the day, coming home to her.
Okay, well,
me and Amanda are that tight. She also knows if she screws up, I got someone else I can run to who's younger, by the way.
That's true. You know, women don't leave a man to be by themselves, but men do. Just fact.
100%. 1,000%.
And this is your dating. And that's your dating advice for this segment.
Yeah. Don't leave a chick because you might not get another one. We are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports. Oh, that wasn't it? Oh, damn.
No,
I missed the point.
Take a break. That's great.
I always miss the point of dating advice. We are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports. We'll be back after this.
FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? It means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to TurfLife.Club.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is TurfLife.Club.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out OrionGolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports on a recap Monday as we talk about Xander Schauffele's second major championship of his career and of the season. And boy, howdy, what a major season he's put together. Johnny, let's talk about a little bit about some of the other also rans. As guy I was highly impressed with. Now, I was impressed with Billy Horschel. We've already talked about him. You weren't. You laughed off his 7 under. It's fine. I get it. But another guy that finished 7 under, let me know what you thought about Justin Rose's performance, who also tied for second.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, you look at, you fit that. He wasn't a bad pick at the beginning of the week. I just didn't like the form he was coming into. But you look, he kind of fits that same mold as the Brian Harmon of last year. Kind of a little bit of the elder statesman, a grinder. Had some success at the British Open before. So yeah, he was a great pick. I really thought going into the round, if I'm looking at I thought he was going to win. I really did.
Yeah.
But you start looking after like the first 1 or 2 holes, how his attitude, how kind of whiny he was, missing putts, and he kind of put so much pressure and whining on his putts. So I thought that really kind of hurt him, and you never saw that from Xander. If he missed a putt, it was it was very stoic. He didn't think much about it, and kind of went on his way when it came to something like that. But going into the final round, if I was going to pick somebody doing it all over again, and I would have lost, I would have picked Justin Rose to certainly win the golf tournament.
Yeah, and it seemed I don't want to say out of character, but out of the norm for him this season compared to some of the other ways he's played, where he just really hasn't been in contention a lot this year. And of course he picks the final major of the year to throw his hat in the ring there and finish up at the top and really be in contention until, maybe the final 6 holes. He faded a little bit there towards the end, but highly impressed with Justin Rose, finishing in 4th place. Thurston Lawrence at 6 under. Could have sworn they were calling him Tristan Lawrence on the show, on the air, and it was confusing the crap out of me. But dude, he was a 600-1 long shot with 1,000-1 odds at the start of moving day. And look how close he got but close only counts in horseshoes and nuclear war, so it didn't really matter. But an impressive performance by him nonetheless. Yeah,
certainly. I mean, he's that statesman like the Dean Beermeister that we talked about. And those 2 guys, I think they're representing South Africa in the Olympics. So you're going to see a little bit more of him. The only reason why you don't Beermeister, they're both kind of parallel careers. I think they both got 4 wins on the European tour. So I think they're they grew up together around the same age. So again, this is the tournament that we talked about. You're going to see somebody that you might not heard of that has a chance to win and contend. And he certainly fits that mold. Long hitter, kind of a quirky golf swing that you probably wouldn't teach to everybody, but it works for him. And the success that the South Africans have had and the British Open, you're going to see these guys that have that success there.
Finishing in sole possession of 5th place at 5 under, Russell Henley. And man, he's had 0 success really playing this kind of golf in his career, but you wouldn't know it watching him. He went around bogey free on Sunday. He added 2 birdies. He's now got back-to-back top 10s in majors, and he is becoming more and more of a big name to watch in some of the tour's most difficult tests, I think, here in years to come.
Yeah, tee to green, he's number 1 on the PGA Tour, strokes gained tee to green. So the ball striker, driving distance, driving accuracy, he's one of the best on the PGA Tour. You get him in. I thought he putted solid, but he's really more of a better putter on Bermuda greens. This actually, believe it or not, I'm not saying they're like exactly like Bermuda greens, but they have that kind of slow, grainy type of scenarios that Bermuda greens have some characteristics of. So it didn't surprise me that he putted solid. he got a bad end of the draw. He got a good end of the draw the first couple of days, but I just thought everyone, going into that last Saturday, that last 9 holes on Saturday, I think everybody, it was just survival mode at that point. So, did it surprise me? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but it didn't surprise me that a guy can kind of keep in front of him. I don't remember him hitting any foul balls. You know what I mean? Like he never seemed like he was, you see a lot of these guys that was in the, in the barranca or in the bushes and all. I don't ever remember him really being so far out of play or hitting a shot that looks like you in the tournament. So I kind of kept in front of him. I just think he ran out of holes, and I thought he played solid.
Sole possession of 6th place at 4 under, a guy that, man, had his opportunities. Our boy Shane Lowry. He put up a good fight on Sunday. He shot a 68, but, by then it was kind of too little too late. And he's going to look back on Saturday. He held a 36-hole lead. He moved to 8 under through the first 7 holes on Saturday, but then he played the last 10 holes of the 3rd round at 7 over and just fell off the leaderboard and couldn't come back.
Yeah, a lot of guys were like that. Were in that spot, but he just hit too many foul balls. Like it was just really the bottom line. I mean, his misses were too poor. I mean, when he missed it, it was bad misses. I mean, there was 2 holes. Like I said, even though the weather was terrible, but the one where he hit it and thought he took it unplayable, thought it was lost. He bounced back fantastic, which I liked it, but there was just too many big misses that hurt him in the golf tournament.
Tied first, a 3-way tie at T7 at 1 under. Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm, and Sung J M. As far as Scheffler goes, I'm sure he had aspirations of sort of bookending the major season with wins here. He got as close as 1 stroke on Sunday with birdies at 7 and 8, but he needed to 3-putt from 5 feet on number 10. I replayed that video over and over and over again because it brought me so much joy. It was a double bogey 6, and it was the second 6 on a scorecard in 5 holes, and that pretty much sealed the fate for him.
6s are usually not good unless it's a par 7, and there's not many par 7s that I know.
Really have those, right?
No, there's no par 7s, but you can't have that many 6s on your scorecard. But I thought he putted poorly for the week for him, and normally as he's been. I thought his ball striking was fine, and that type of weather, it doesn't really bother him. He doesn't. But I just thought he putted so poorly that kind of took him out. He had plenty of chances. He really did to make a push, not definitively saying he would win just because I thought how well Xander played in the last round to go get it. But he certainly had some opportunities to put some pressure on the leaders, and he just didn't because his putter got cold.
Had a 3-way tie for 10th place at even par. By the way, I do like any tournament where 10th place is even par. I was pretty happy with the scoring that we saw here. It's, you didn't have the crazy scores, and the course seemed to win most of the time here. And I'm okay with the scoring that we saw. At least, it wasn't 28 under or some BS like that. Even as a par 71.
It will never be that there.
No,
it
never.
Doesn't work that way. Never.
No, the course is just the conditions in the course, the way it sets up is just too hard. Adam Scott, Dan Brown, and Matthew Jordan all tying for 10th place. And talking about Dan Brown, I don't know if you saw the video that I posted of him lighting up the cigarette when he was like 1 back over there trying to stay out of the wind, and his caddy was holding the umbrella, and they're like, he's shielding him, looking around. Is anybody watching? Yeah. I don't know if the tour has rules about guys not lighting up on I don't think they do.
Yeah, you're allowed.
That would be hard for them to enforce that, I think. But it was just pretty funny. He's sitting here. I think he was, at the time, he was 1 back. He ended up taking the lead right after that, but he's just over there, stroking the heater and just not like no big deal. I'm at the British Open and I'm 1 back, and it's, Sunday, and it's no big deal. It is what it is. So
I love it. He looked like Mills out there smoking him heater.
That's the first thing I thought of, man. It's Mills.
Just doing it, Mills. But yeah, I mean, what a good performance. He played solid. I mean, listen, I thought going into that the third and fourth round, I thought he handled himself fantastic. I really did. A lot of pressure on a guy that's never been there before. He came into the tournament with just the worst form. He's missed or withdrew the last 7 events that he's played in. So for him to be in that spot, playing in the last round on the weekend on Saturday, I really thought he handled himself well. And then even the bounce back on Sunday, getting off to not a great start, but he didn't make he made bogeys. That's what you have to do. He kind of limited himself. He didn't make the big number. And a guy like that, this goes a long way. You look at finishing in the top 10. Obviously, he gets back there next year.
Mm-hmm.
Gets himself, I believe, in the U.S. Open next year. So it gives him a lot of opportunities going forward. I think he's certainly going to keep his card on the DP World Tour now, just from this finish, and it just opens up a lot of doors for a guy that's a young guy, late 20s. I thought he handled himself great. I mean, we can go through this. We normally do if we give him grades. I mean, I think it's an A. He didn't win the golf tournament, but he won a lot of notoriety. He's going to get some more sponsor stuff out of it, and I really thought it set him up and gave him some confidence for his future in golf.
Yeah, and he needed a turnaround because he has not had a good season. He started the week outside of the top 250 in the official world golf rankings. He had 6 missed cuts and a withdrawal in his last 8 worldwide starts. But he turned into a name, like you said, to pay attention to and sort of remember, setting himself up for some more opportunities here in the future. Matthew Jordan captured a second straight top 10 here at the British Open. I watched a lot of Adam Scott. He was on one of the groups, the feature groups that I was watching. I love watching Adam Scott play golf. So he'll be back next year. He's got a streak, Johnny, of 93 straight majors.
Pretty good.
Adam Scott.
Pretty
good.
Big
fan of Adam Scott.
And he'll keep going. Obviously, top 10 gets him in the Open. So obviously, as a Masters winner, he's getting there. And then British Open and certainly the PGA, because he's not going to drop outside of. So next year, he's secure for the top, for all 4 majors next year. So that streak is going to continue to go.
Before we take our next break and get into the review of the picks of Johnny's picks, let's check out Xander Schauffele here with the winner's interview.
How special is it to get your hands on this famous trophy, the Claret Jug?
I just can't wait to drink out of it.
What's going to be the tipple of choice?
My dad's here with me, so I'm gonna let him do the honor, whatever he wants.
What does this championship mean to you, though?
It means a lot. It's something all of us play for, and it really is a dream come true to be holding this, and it definitely hasn't sunk in yet. My brain is still grinding on this amazing property here, just trying to get through the holes. So I can't wait to sit back and have a moment with this Claret Jug.
You obviously just won your first major championship so recently. What inner confidence did that give you coming down the stretch here today?
I thought it would help me, and it actually did. I had this sense of calm, a calm I didn't have when I played earlier at the PGA. And for some reason, I was calm and I felt collected. And I was telling Austin my caddy on the 18th hole that I felt pretty calm coming down this stretch. And he said he was about to puke on the 18th tee.
Hopefully you would.
No, I just told myself just to hit it down there like you have all day, and really just kept moving along.
Listen, it's been a joy to watch you this week. Many, many congratulations. Champion golfer of the year.
Thank you so much.
Going to take a while to sink in for Schauffele. He's going to be filling that jug up with a beverage of maybe his dad's choice. But
can't we just call him the British Open champion?
I do.
I mean, I get it. The championship golfer of the year, I think they started that like in the 1870s or right? Like when it was really the only thing around. And you really were the champion golfer of the year. But this is like 2024. We have 5 majors. Yes, we have 5, y'all. We don't have 4. We have 5. And one of those will be going away pretty soon. If I have it my way, it'll be back.
Byron Nelson. That's your 5th major?
No. You know what the 5th major is? The same 5th major that everybody else has. Players.
Memorial?
They're going to take the British Open away off the majors list like they should.
Never. But anyways.
But yeah, good to watch Xander. By the way, his dad Stefan Schauffele, his mother was from Taiwan and his father was French, but he was born in Germany.
That's right.
So there you go. There's a little heritage background on Schauffele, the Schauffele family. the patriarch there. All right, second break, final break of the show. Then we're going to come back over and talk about Johnny's picks. He had some hits, and we'll let him tell you about that here on the other side. We are From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. We'll be back.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about Turf Life. What is Turf Life? It's pretty much, if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the Turf Life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the Turf Life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to TurfLife.Club.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other Turf Life accessories. Show everybody that you live the Turf Life, and we'll see you there over there at that TurfLife.Club.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out OrionGolf.com. Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That is PGA of America member Johnny the Gerb Man, Gerbinator, Gerb. How was that one?
Terrible. Just terrible.
I think of them off the top of my head. I can start writing these out in advance.
The picture of you and your new girlfriend is better than that name.
That one?
No, the other one.
So that's my girlfriend right there. That's my mistress.
Oh.
See, that's the girlfriend. That's the mistress. Sorry, Davis.
She's drinking a White Claw, isn't she?
I don't know. Is she old enough?
Good point.
I hope so. I know she's old enough. We partied. Uh-huh.
I like to party.
Oh, Amanda, you get her on the show. She'd probably be afraid of things that I say. Don't say anything about us.
I think she lives in Dallas now. I really think I'm not making up. I really do think she lives in Dallas.
She got divorced.
Yeah.
From Jeremy Renner.
Wow. Wasn't Jeremy Renner?
Was it Jeremy Renner?
No, you thought this whole time she was engaged to Jeremy Renner?
You know what? I didn't think it, but I wondered that. Like when she changed her name to Baliona's Renner, I was like, I think Jeremy Renner's already married. And I finally looked it up like 6 months ago. I was like, okay, it wasn't him, just some other spare dude.
Do you think Hawkeye would be able to get that?
Yeah. I do. He's an Avenger, dude.
He shoot an arrow through her heart, I guess. I don't know.
I can't wait for next Valentine's Day with Amanda.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be fun. Bring her up to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Pour some Jaeger as I stroke her hair. Look into her eyes and then pour that Jaeger down her throat and hold her down.
She do a Jaeger bomb.
I don't allow Jaeger bombs in the studio. You drink Jaeger straight like it was supposed to be drank.
I don't know what that means, but so I never drank Jaeger. I did one shot. It's terrible.
What? Jaeger's amazeballs. It's the nectar of
I don't
gods.
I don't like black licorice.
I don't either, but I love Jaeger.
That doesn't make
I don't
sense.
like any licorice.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, then put some Tuaca in there. I bet you'd like Tuaca. Tuaca's a lot smoother.
Ooh.
Maybe we refill the Jaeger machine with Tuaca.
I told you we're not cross branding.
We're not?
No.
So now I got to get a Tuaca machine.
Oh, like you got the other one?
We're going to need no, you got the other one, but you're not going to get a Tuaca machine. I got to go source that.
Oh, I just got you a keg and you can't get that figured out. So why are you worried about a Tuaca machine?
I know, I got to go get a pony keg for that thing.
I mean, it's only been there for 4 months.
It's a lot of work, man, going to picking up a keg.
It's not that much work. It's not. No, it's not.
I'm weak.
It's not that much work.
I got to get one of my girls to help me bring it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe Amanda will help me.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny, you had some winners. As we go into Johnny's picks.
You're going to yours first?
Oh, all mine missed the cut.
Well, let's talk about it then.
I didn't upload mine. I don't even know who I picked. I had John Daly in the top 20.
I'll go through them. I know exactly who you got.
Do you have them in front of you? Okay, yeah. Then yeah, who was it?
Loser, and loser. Basically, what it is.
So you don't have them.
So it's Tim's fantastic picks, which is actually really funny. He says it. He gives you a disclaimer. It's not just what he does.
My dartboard picks.
You did what you do. They all three missed the cut. That's just what they do. So Tony Finau, Louis Oosthuizen, and John Daly. Certainly MC Hammer for sure. No doubt about it. Tony Finau, I thought played okay the first day. I just thought he got in a bad draw, which happens a lot. But again, you set the precedent of everybody on your card doesn't do well. So good job. You did well. Your expectations were there.
But look, I didn't pick favorites. You always get on to me because you think I picked favorites. What were their odds? Do you have the odds?
Finau was the top 10 favorite for sure.
But at like 30-1 or something, right?
It was like 26. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but yeah.
I don't think that's accurate.
It was
and what
close.
about Oosthuizen? What was Oosthuizen's?
But you picked him in the top 10, so it didn't matter. Like you didn't.
Well, those were the top 10 odds, though, that I picked.
It was plus like 300.
Louis Oosthuizen for top 10 was plus 450. Tony Finau was 50-1, by the way, to win.
Same thing.
John Daly plus 20,000. Sorry, John, I might have jinxed you, man. And he withdrew. He didn't even finish. He just was like, you know what? Screw it. I need a beer.
He gave up. Those heaters. They got Mills.
He needs help.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to help him. All right, Johnny. Well, here you are. Here are your. I don't have the finals where they were, but you probably have those in front of you. Yeah. So here were your original picks.
Yeah, it was a tough week, and we talk about this all the time. You know, handicap in the British Open is the toughest tournament to handicap due to the weather, and you saw it. You saw all 4 seasons in one day, in 2 days actually. So this is very difficult. So we did squeak out some winners, and we'll go through it. Ludwig Oberg, 16-1, just very disappointing, missing the cut. I really thought he played well here. I really did. I thought it's a testament of the fortitude that he has. Doesn't hit a lot of foul balls, and I really thought that he'd play well, but didn't play well. Maybe the experience of not playing a lot of links golf hurt him a little bit, but he's going to be on our card a lot, and he's certainly going to be a major championship winner.
Yep.
Brooks Koepka, 30-1, was up there after the first 2 days, got caught up in some bad weather. I'm not going to make that an excuse because everybody did at some point. So I just expect a little bit more out of Brooks. We talked about a little earlier that he might be a little hurt. Not really sure. 30-1 didn't happen for us. Wyndham Clark, 60-1. We're not even going to talk about that. We'll pass because I just don't want to waste my time with the guys. 80, 79, 79, 80, however you want to do it. That's one.
I could have done that.
No, you couldn't. That's 159. No, you
Yeah,
couldn't.
I could have done that.
159 is not good anywhere you go, not even in bowling. So listen, guys, not good. Not good. Ham sandwich pick, Corey Connor, 71. He looked really strong after the first 2 days. Shot 44 on the backside on Saturday to put him out of contention. He was 7 over of his last 4 holes. So that doesn't bode well for anybody. Corey Connors got off to a bad start on Saturday, looked very strong going into Saturday. But again, this is I'm not going to get on Canadians because I have a lot of Canadian friends, to be honest.
Good day, mate.
Top 10 picks, Hideki Matsuyama, plus 425. Just didn't do any good. Didn't do any good. Aaron Rye plus 500. I expected a lot more, especially out of him, especially coming off a pretty solid performance at the Scottish Open. Didn't happen for him.
He needs new gloves.
He probably went through some gloves. He wears those rain gloves because he perspires because he's got all that taco meat on his arms. You see his arms? He looks like looks like a damn chia pet coming in there with his arms. It's not good, but maybe that's why you have some perspiration issues. Aaron Rye, you have to wear those 2 gloves. Just go ahead and take it down, bro. Take it down. Take that. They got razors there in India. They do, man. Take it down. Take it down, son. But 2 top 20 picks, we cashed in on both. It saved us for the week. Alex Noren plus 280. Hung in there all week. I didn't think he'd win the golf tournament, but I really liked his performance. Never wavered outside of that top 20. Was in the top 10 for 2.5 rounds. I liked him there in that spot. And Dean Biermeister plus 425. That helped us out there. We did go 1 and 2.
Biermeister.
I'm gonna call him whatever I want to. I mean, listen here. Biermeister. That's my guy. You're my new guy. Biermeister.
All right.
Dean, the dancing machine. Biermeister, 425. So that got us over the positive. We went 1 and 2 on our matchups on Saturday, but we did have a super underdog in Padraig Harrington plus 160. So that helped us on that. So we profited about a little over $100 for the week, which isn't great. I understand it's not great, but for the
not a losing week though.
For the turmoil that we had going into with not an opportunity to have some winners, we kind of scratched out a win. And that's the importance of, when we start this process of handicapping, we get our 8-10 guys and we figure out how to move them around. And, that was a situation maybe with Alex Noren. If you liked him in that top 10 spot, he would have not have cast a ticket for you. So moving in that top 20. So there's some strategy there. It's kind of like a chessboard. How do you move them around when it comes to something like that? And that's what we're really good at when we start handicapping that. So still over plus $7,000 profit for the year after another profitable week, not much. And still 52, 23, and 6 on our matchups, even after the 1 and 2 on Saturday.
We were talking about John Daly withdrawing earlier. My friend and friend only, Amanda Balionis, just texted me the audio of John Daly leaving the course after he withdrew. It went a little something like this.
I'm thirsty.
So then he went and had him some beer. Thank you, Amanda, for sending that over. I appreciate that. I don't know how she got that audio.
Sounds right.
Must have been close as he was walking off the practice green to his RV in the parking lot.
Yeah. I don't think he took the RV because I don't think he's going to drive across the pond. So I think that was a little.
Oh, he's not like John Madden. It's not the daily cruiser.
Yeah, but you're it's a long way to go. You can't drive. That doesn't have a one of those cars that go on water.
Oh yeah, the hovercraft.
Yeah, you don't have those.
Well, you can drive over. Isn't there a tunnel or something that goes under the ocean? I keep hearing about how they're going to build a tunnel.
That's from England to France. It's not from the United States. 3,000 miles.
That's the channel. By the way, you would never get me inside that channel. There's like 800 yards below the damn surface. I'm like, nope, I'm out.
I struggled when I went from South Florida to Ohio because you go through Virginia and you go through the mountains and you have those tunnels.
Yeah.
You have 3 of them. It's like, no.
I am out.
I get nervous.
We will not have a show programming note. We will not have a show on Wednesday to preview the 3M. I might come in. Well, Johnny won't have a show. I might come on and do a few minutes for you guys. Do some of my comedy bit. Might practice some of my stand-up here for you guys. I don't get no respect. Nobody knows who that is. Unless you watch Caddyshack. Greatness of Caddyshack. But look for the big show back on Monday, right? Wait, Monday? No? Monday?
No Monday show. No, I got a tournament Monday.
All right, so this is the last From the Rough ever. It's been fun servicing you guys. I guess follow social media so you can find out when we're going to be back on the air.
We will have a show a week from Wednesday. A week from Wednesday.
Okay, and look for me on Wednesday. I'll do a little preview for you guys. It'll be a little entertainment value, a little comedy for you guys on the 3M PGA Tour. Maybe have some. I might get Amanda on the show to co-host with me. We'll see. We'll see what I can do if she's not busy. Or John. I might get Daly on with me to co-host. We need to get him to co-host sometime when you're out. He just needs to be the super sub. But find us on social media. Johnny will be giving you guys matchups on the weekend. Follow us on social media for that at J Gerber PGA Pro, at IndyCarTim, at From the Rough PGA. Also on Instagram, Facebook. Let's see. Well, I don't know where the hell else. Maybe I don't put them on TikTok. Maybe I put them on TikTok. I don't put the matchups on TikTok, but I probably should start doing that. We got a lot of followers on TikTok. We appreciate all of you guys. Special thanks to Orion Golf, pioneers of golf facilities management at oriongolf.com. Also, Turf Life. Join the Turf Life at TurfLife.Club and Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. The new issue is out now. Go check it out. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to Johnny for making me sound good. We'll be back whenever we come back. Still don't know when that'll be, but follow us anyway. And until then, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.
Thank you.